All right. Wanted to show you my new Agendio for 2021, which is the new 3-column. But I also wanted to show you really quickly what my current Agendio is for 2020. I use a ton of stickers, and I know a lot of people do not, and they prefer to be more minimal, but I do. And so the monthly, I actually don't use this column, this divisible column that much, but I do place all of my plans that I have at the beginning of the month or right before. I have those in here, and then as I go, I use that to plan my weeklies. I have these in both Agendios. These are my my planning pages that I have designed. I have a savings planning page, and then I have a sinking funds page. You can save these once you design them, put them in any of the Agendios moving forward that you design. They'll be saved, and you can add it to it, or you don't have to if you don't want to. You can also edit them if you need to. And then my weekly layout has Monday to Sunday. It has a span that goes across this. I'm going to show you on one that doesn't have it. It has a span that goes across the entire week. And then down at the bottom, I have like a daily to-do list, and I'll show you how I use those in a second. And then I have an AM and PM section. That worked for me, but I'll show you how I changed that this year. For the weekly, let's go to this week, which doesn't have a ton. I just usually put stickers where I need to with the time for the AM or the PM. You can see my grandson's game days here at 6. And then, like I said, I have my daily to-do list. This section over here, where you can see a little bit better, I usually put any package deliveries that I have so I can keep track of what hasn't come that week, or something I may need to follow up on. And then I have an ongoing to-do list that I keep it on here, and these are larger things that I have to make appointments for and things like that, and I keep it on my list every week until I finish it. And then I have a little don't forget section that I may need to add something. It doesn't necessarily have to be done on a particular day, but it does need to be done. Okay, so I'm going to go to the new one, and this is layout 32602-32134. It's a lot of numbers. So you can see mine starts in January of 2021. And I did some shading on the weekend days. I have my calendar, the mini calendars for 2 months in advance. I did keep this divisible over here just because I write notes on it for the future months. And we'll see how I use that. I did keep my savings planning and sinking funds accounts. And then here I have, this is the 3-column layout. So there's 3 columns on this side, 3 columns on this side, no divisible on the side. It gives you a little bit more space. It's a little bit wider, and I feel like I can put multiple appointments, or maybe put a little bit more detail about my appointments, because I don't often have the space to put in what I need to put in about those appointments. When I'm showing a home, I like to have the address on there. Right now, I haven't been able to get that on there because it's usually too much. So I did do morning, afternoon, and evening because I do have evening appointments now. My grandson has ball games in the evening, so I did want to have a little bit more space to be able to write details, but also I don't have back-to-back appointments typically, so I didn't put times in. I just left myself a little bit more space to have more evening appointments. For some reason, that matters to me. Then Saturday and Sunday are in 1 column, which works perfectly for me. And then each column has a section at the bottom that is, I left this blank. I didn't put recurring events, I didn't put reminders, I didn't put a title on it, just because I don't know how I'm going to use this yet. I haven't decided, but we're going to see. I did this in gray which you have to pay for the color because gray is a color, but I did it all in gray. My previous, let me show you real quick. My previous Agendio has color, like tons of color. And I thought I liked that, but I find myself fighting over the colors. You know, I tried to kind of do it seasonally. October's orange, November's brown, December's red. But I just found myself fighting with my little stickers on the colors. So I decided I didn't want black and white, which would be cheaper, but I did do gray. So, that was just a choice I made. I went more minimal than I ever have on Agendio. I kind of blinged everything out at first. The first one I made. This is much more calm and leaves me to be creative if I want to. And then if I don't want to, I don't have to. So I feel like this bottom section I will use a little bit differently, but we'll see. So I think I'm going to love the 3-column layout. I think that it's going to fit my needs perfectly. If it doesn't, I'll just design one a little bit differently next year. I did include a notes section, just to be able to have that in there. I took those out last year and missed it, so I really did miss having to be just a place to jot down notes so that I can refer back to, like in a meeting or something like that. And then I added a calendar section in the back that is for future months. And this is one that I took the template and just adapted it just slightly. But this is for future planning for future months in 2022. It's hard to wrap my head around having 2022 coming up. And then I also had gone away from having a pocket. I did put that back for the 2020 Agendio, and because I had missed it, and I found that I really used it. My training schedules, my grandson's ball game schedules, and things like that. I had a place to put those papers and be able to refer to them weekly. So that is the new 3-column layout. And like I said, I think I'm going to really enjoy it. It does give a much wider space that I can get a little bit more detail. But I also took out a lot of things that over the years I had found that I thought I needed and I didn't necessarily need them. So this is the new Agendio. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would love to see the way that some of you use this layout as in the coming months as you start to, like I said, this is new. So I would like to see the different ways that people have used it to design their planners and the way that you use it over the coming year. Thanks, you guys.